So I have my goggles, I have my snorkel. What else am I missing? Oh, I don't have any beach chairs. I can rent a beach chair. That will be cool. Joe's Fun and Son rents beach chairs. The store rented 300 beach chairs each month in April and in May. The store rented 600 beach chairs each month from June through September. That's June, July, August, and September. So how many beach chairs did the store rent during the entire 6 months? So what do we need to know? We need to find out the total number of beach chairs rented in the entire 6 months. So how will we find the number of beach chairs? Well, we're going to begin by finding the number of chairs rented in just April and May. So let's do that now. You can see in April and May, 300 beach chairs were rented each month. So let's see, how do we write this here? In April, April, I guess I'm writing too fast here for the computer. April and May. All right. 300 were rented in April and 300 were rented in May. Yes? Okay. So let's continue working this out all the way through September. We know that in June, July, August, and September, 600 beach chairs were rented each month there. So I'll write that down. I'll abbreviate the word August and September as well. We're going to multiply and add in order to find the total number of chairs. Let's begin with April and May. You can see right here, April and May, 300 chairs were rented in each of those 2 months. We could use multiplication to figure out how many that is altogether. I'm going to show this multiplication using quick pictures. So what is the multiplication problem? Well, isn't it 2 times 300, 2 months of 300 chairs rented? So how do we write 300 using quick pictures? Well, that's 3 boxes, isn't it? That's 100, 200, 300. But 2 times 300 would be a second row of 3. Whoop. There we go. So this is 2 rows of 300, 2 times 300. Well, how do we calculate that? Don't we just add up all the boxes? That is, each box represents 100, so we say 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. So altogether, that is 600 seats, 600 chairs in April and May. So now what we're going to do is calculate the number of chairs rented in June, July, August, and September. Each of those months, basically, there were 600 chairs rented, so that's the same as saying 4 times 600. We'll use a quick picture for that as well to multiply 4 times 600. So essentially, we'll start with 600, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, right there. Now, we want to show 4 times 600, so I'm just going to copy this. There's, that would be times 2, wouldn't it? Times 3. And times 4. So this is 600 times 4. Okay, so what does that represent? Let's go ahead and count these up. Oops. We're going to count these up, and we'll stop at each 1,000. So, for example, we go 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. So this group is 1,000. We'll keep going. In fact, actually, I'll start over in hundreds and get to the next 1,000. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, another 1,000. So this much would be another 1,000. So you see I've circled in red 1,000 and 1,000, which is 2,000. So this is equal to 2,000 plus some more, 100, 200, 300, 400. 2,000 plus 400, and altogether that is 2,400. Okay, so let's fill in some of the blanks. Let's see, for April and May, a total of 600, right, we figured that out before, 600 beach chairs were rented. And for June through September, a total of 2,400 chairs were rented. So that leads us to the punchline, which is how many beach chairs were rented in the entire 6 months? All right, we're just going to add up 600 and 2,400. Okay, let's do that. Oh, I see I have some commas missing. There we go. We're going to add 2,400 and 600 together. And I'll just do that quickly here and tell you the result. It's 3,000. So Joe's Fun and Son rented 3,000 beach chairs during the entire 6 months. Okay, what else am I missing? My towel, my beach hat, my beach ball. Have a great math day, everyone. Oh, sunblock. Sunblock. I need sunblock.
Let's do a little bit of practice here, okay? So I'm going to walk you through a few practice problems and then have you do some on your own. We're going to be modeling multiplying tens, hundreds, and thousands, just like we did in the video, okay? So here's our problem. Each car on a train has 200 seats. How many seats are on a train with 8 cars? Okay, so listen again. Each car on a train has 200 seats. How many seats are on a train with 8 cars? Okay, so let's look at our important numbers first. We know each train has 200 seats, and there are 8 cars on that train. Okay, so let's write a multiplication problem first, because we know we have 8 cars and 200 seats on each car. And if I multiply that, 8 cars by 200 seats, I'll know how many total seats I have. Okay, so let's start with drawing a quick picture, okay, with our hundreds. Okay, so we have 8 cars with 200 seats on each. Okay, so let's start. Remember we used the squares to represent 100? We're going to do the same thing in our model, okay? So if we think about our train car, it has 8 cars, right? Car 1 has 200 seats. 100, 200. Train car 2 has 200 seats. 100, 200. The third car also has 200 seats. 100, 200. The fourth car has 200 seats. 100, 200. The fifth car has 200 seats. 200. We have 5 train cars so far. I need to get to 8. The sixth one has 200 train cars. The 7th car, has 200 seats. And the 8th train car also has 200 seats. Okay, so here's the quick picture of my 8 train cars that each have 200 seats in it. Okay, so now I can use this model to help me find out how many total seats are on this train of 8 cars. Okay, so if I think of count like we did in the model, okay, to see how many altogether. And we're going to circle our groups of 1000s. Each square represents 100. So we're going to count by hundreds. You ready? Off we go. 1, 2, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1000. So right now we know we have 1000 seats in these 5 train cars. All right, let's keep counting and see how many we have on the other side. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. So now on the remaining cars, we have a total of 600. To find out how many we have altogether seats on the 8 train cars, we're going to add 1000 plus 600, which equals 1600. So that tells me that 8 times 200 equals 1600. And on those 8 train cars, there are 1600 seats on those 8 train cars. Okay, another way I can think about this is if we have 8 train cars times 200 train seats on each train car, right? It's the same as saying 8 times 200. Okay? Because 8 times 200 is the same as 8 times 200s. So if we think of 8 times 2, 8 times 2, we know is 16. Okay, so then we can say it's 1600s. Excuse my handwriting. And 1600 is written as 1600. Okay, so again, there is 1600 train car seats on the train car, and that's the same answer we got on our first initial problem. We worked it out, so we got the correct answer. Okay, so looking at it a different way. Okay, we're looking at 8 times 200. 8 train cars times 200 seats per train car equals 1600 seats. Okay, we're going to go through another example together. Okay, so now let's use a drawing, okay, and draw a picture to find 2 times 500. Okay, I want to know what 2 times 500 is. Well, let's draw a picture. Quick picture, each square is going to be worth 100. Okay, and I have 2 times 500. So let's do our hundreds to 500. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. But I don't just have one of them, I have 2 of them. So I need to do another set of 500. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. All right, now let's count and see how many we have all together. Ready? Remember, each square in this problem represents 100. Off we go. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1000. So all together, these equals 1000. So that tells me 2 times 500 equals 1000. Okay, let's do one more before we move on, and I'm going to show you another way that you can multiply by using a pattern, okay, with these by tens, hundreds, and thousands. Let's do 3 times 400. Okay, and again, I'm going to draw a model. Each square is going to represent 100, and I'm just putting this up here to remind us that it's 100. All right, so I need 400, 100, 200, 300, 400, and I need to have 3 of them, so I'm not done. I have one row, one set of 400. Here is my second set of 400, and my third set of 100s. Now that I have my model drawn of 3 groups of 400, I can add them up, okay? And I'm going to add by hundreds because each picture is worth 100. Ready? Off we go. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. Oh, let's circle that so we don't forget that that's 1,000. It's going to make it easier for us to add the total when we're done. All right, ready? We have 100. Oh, I didn't write that 1,000 there. Let's do that. Okay. Now let's continue adding. Ready? 100, 200. So these are worth 200. So now I have 1,000 plus 200. And all together we have 1,200. Okay? So 3 times 400 equals 1,200. Okay? So let's do a little bit of practice with these, this way with models, and then I'm going to teach you how to do the other way with multiplying by tens, hundreds, and thousands by looking at the pattern, okay? So let's do a few practice problems, and then we'll come back and we'll finish our lesson on this part, okay? Perfect.